warned from the window. "From now on, if they don't manifest by the age of 3, terminate them."
"That would eject 2 more children shortly," he exclaimed.
"I know. See it done."
With that ominous order, Mr. X departed. Yet Johann remained a while longer, staring at the little boy playing in the room, healthy and bright, his only fault being too human. Johann didn't visit the child until later that day, heart heavy, especially since subject DKO4 smiled at the sight of him. "Hey, Dr. P." Emotional and his guilt almost enough to make him want to run, he did what he had to do. The next time Mr. X called and asked, "Did you get rid of the failure?" the doctor didn't have to lie when he said, "Yes." Over the years, other children were removed as well. None ever made it to the incinerator. When Johann died in a car crash 27 years later, he took that secret with him. Chapter 1. Eat that cookie and die. The threat paused Dominick's hovering hand. How had Mom heard him reaching for the cooling treat? To this day, Dominick envied her stealth skills, even tried to emulate her, and thought he'd done a fine job of sneaking. Ninja-eared Mom heard him and now threatened with a metal spatula. From previous encounters with that lifter, he knew she would slap his hand if it moved. Question being, was it worth the sting and her ire?
"Can I have just one?"
Yes, he whined. Anyone with taste buds would have begged for a cookie made by Nanette Nana Hubbard. His adoptive mother, giver of hugs, baker of cookies, currently in her avenging kitchen goddess mode. Metal spatula in one hand, fingers curled around her cane with the other, at under 5 feet, Mom might be tiny, but she would still whoop his ass. No one made the mistake of thinking the tight gray curls and laugh lines made her weak. Nana Hubbard was a force of nature, and Dominick knew better than to ignore a warning. But a cookie, hot from the oven, chocolate raisin oatmeal, his favorite. He needed one. Needed. He almost growled the word. He'd had issues with his emotions lately, too much pent-up energy inside. And hunger. Add in a lack of impulse control, and he went for it. The cookie he popped into his mouth burned and hurt almost as much as the whack. He'd endured worse abuse in his life, but never from his mom. She might give them the occasional slap when repeated warnings were ignored, but she never truly hurt Dominick or the other children. Nana barked more than she bit. The worst trouble he'd ever gotten into happened in grade 9 when he put that Smithers kid in the hospital. Call his sister a rude name? Like hell. Dominick never did tell his mom why he hurt the kid. Pammy didn't deserve having it repeated, and he bore the yanking of his ear and the yelling as she sent him to his room. It was worth it. His sister hugged him and cried as she said, "Thank you." No thanks required. Adopted or not, Pammy was his sister, and he protected his family. Later that night, Mom brought him up his favorite dessert and said, "Next time, don't get caught." He didn't, but that violence, that outlet for his inner frustrations, pulsed more fiercely than before. It wanted an outlet. He found it in the military. From the age of 18 until 2 weeks ago, Dominick had served his country, needed the structure, learned to control the throbbing inside, as if something tried to crawl out. For years, he'd thought he had it under control, and then, once he hit his 30s, he found himself constantly battling inexplicable rage, picking fights, constantly in the gym when not in the field. But the black eyes and loose teeth weren't why people noticed that he had a problem. Blame some shitty pot laced with something. Dominick woke